welcome back to the power plant. We're going to do something that we've been doing. It's tier list time. But this time, me and the rat have a special guest. The one, the only. You can find them on Twitch, aka Belladonna, aka Bella.
Heyo.
Bella.
Hello.
Hello. There we go. My mic. An asshole. Hi.
Tell them a little bit about yourself, Bella.
About me. I like playing video games. I like music and I draw art. I'm a mom.
You're cutting out.
Why?
I don't know. Like you sounded very muffled at points.
But while Bella handles their
Hey, guess what? I figured it out.
Were you using the wrong mic?
I wasn't using the wrong mic. My Discord reset, and it was using the wrong mic.
Blame shifting.
I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this in the video.
No, please do.
But Bella is a dear friend of ours who y'all saw in my charity stream a couple years ago for the Shriners Children's Hospital.
Yes.
Who I accidentally hit with Guiding Bolt, not Guidance.
And you will never live it down.
No, I won't. But just to give y'all some insight, Bella is the group parent. That is their nickname. They are the group parent.
I don't want to be sometimes, but yeah, unfortunate.
And they got me and Justin into Epic the Musical. And with it finally being over, all 9 sagas are out. What better way to celebrate Jorge's accomplishment than rank all of his music? So we will be going from Troy Saga all the way to Ithaca Saga. So from Horse and the Infant all the way to Would You Fall in Love Again, with one special one at the very end.
Sobbing.
And the way this works, since Belle, this is your first time doing one with us, is if me and Justin disagree on a ranking, we go to the middle ground.
Okay.
That way it's fair.
Fair enough.
With that being said, we're going to go straight to Troy, Horse and the Infant, the start of it all. I love how Jorge, he based it off, each character has an instrument, but immediately, instead of it being the soft guitar, which a lot of people associate with Odysseus, it's the electric guitar.
Damn.
Because it's war.
Yeah, it has a very fast-paced beat to it to kind of kick you into that already adrenaline pumping kind of thing. I like how he introduces all of the nobility that came to war with him. That's my favorite.
I love the little sassiness, and little Ajax will stay back.
Damn.
Because I can imagine it's like this young teenage kid who's just, he looks at him and goes, okay, you remind me way too much of my kid. You're staying back.
Well, no. It was a grown man. There was it.
Oh,
there,
really?
there was 2 Ajaxes, and he was just the younger of the 2. They were all grown men.
Oh, okay. So this one, while it does play a major part, it also introduces us to Luke Holt's first appearance as Zeus.
Damn.
Which they never call him Zeus.
But we all knew immediately.
They call him by every other name.
So, Bella, with this being your first time on the channel since the rebranding, where do you put it? Because here's the ranking, guys. Epic, legendary, dancey, good, well, vibing, and good. Because none of these songs are bad in any way.
Every single song is some form of banger.
Yeah. Would put it in the middle. I'd put it high dancey.
Yeah, because you can dance to it. That's the fun thing about it.
It's a good start. But it's not like up there. It's a good start though.
And the song that leads into, are you cool with dancey, Justin?
Yeah.
Next up, one of your children's favorite songs, Bella, Just a Man.
Yeah, it is.
Gigi, who's a phenomenal animatic artist, I love their work, made such a good animatic for this one.
It is so good.
I had to remember if I'd seen it or not. It is pretty good.
And the animatics help. But this song on its own, it's just, oh my god, it's the conflict. And I'm not a theater kid. No, I was the jock. I played football. Uh, but it's a good moral conflict in your first act. Like,
It really tells you who Odysseus is at his core in this song.
I agree. Justin, what do you think?
It hits like a truck in the emotional sense. Like, I genuinely really like the moral conflict of it. I want to say I want to give it legendary.
I agree because we all know how it ends. He drops the baby.
He drops the baby.
Are you
Yeah.
cool with legendary, Bella?
I completely agree.
Next up, where I think Polites gets to give his sass, full speed ahead. Because
That's
you
where
can,
you meet Eurylochus.
mm, because you cannot tell me when Polites goes, you and I go ahead. He is not side eyeing Eurylochus like, yeah, we know who he likes more.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me otherwise.
We all grew up together, but you know who his bestie be.
I may
Yep.
die in the next saga, but we both know who he loves more, bro.
Why would you spoil it like that?
It's been out for how long now?
I don't know.
But Full Speed Ahead is in my opinion, it's a good vibe song. But
It is.
I can't put it higher than that because it's. I don't like using this word for this musical because there really isn't much of it, but it's like one of the few filler songs.
Um, I disagree with your description of it. I do agree with where you want to place it, though.
Fair enough.
I don't think this is a filler song. I think this is a song again because this is our introduction. Okay, so each of these songs are an introduction of something. So this is our introduction to how he works with his crew. They all sing in harmony, responding back to him. They're in sync. They're a tight ship, quite literally. So I disagree on it being a filler song.
Yeah. So
I agree on the placement, though.
yeah, me and Bella say vibing. What do you say, Justin?
I would agree with vibing.
Alrighty. Next up, a song that one of our friends, Nova Art, is actually working on an animatic for. Open Arms! One of my personal favorites, so I am biased.
Wait,
I
open
just
arms.
like qualities, man.
His singer has such a beautiful voice.
Yeah, he does.
It's great. It is. It is wonderful.
Oh, and one of the things I wanted to point out, uh, and I forgot to until just now, on Full Speed Ahead, you have your, you know, we talked about the two instruments with Odysseus, the acoustic and electric guitars. But one of the things I thought about as I was re-listening to Epic today because homesick, Polites and Eurylochus are pretty much the same. Are another example of how Odysseus is. Eurylochus is the action first, think later, and Polites is the kind-hearted side. So they're still a yin and yang for Odysseus.
Yeah.
But Open Arms, and it's also the debut of the Winions.
In the animatics, yes.
Yes, in the animatics, it's the debut of the Winions. At the time, they were being used as the Lotus Eaters.
I do recall. You're welcome.
Yep.
So I say Epic personally. Again, I'm biased, so I'm gonna let it come down to you two making the decision.
I would put it at legendary.
Alrighty, Justin.
I would also put it at legendary.
All right, do we say it's better than Just a Man or right below it?
It's it's hard because Just a Man is so emotion filled, and Open Arms is that pick it up, you want to dance.
I would say, ju- I would say, Open Arms is just behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, a debut of another character who I do not simp for. I do not simp for. I do not. I simp for. I simp for. Athena. Yes.
Lady Athena.
Goddess of wisdom, master of war.
With the best strategies we've seen.
I love this song, and I don't know where I would place it, but here's why I love this song. It tells the story of how she even became affiliated with Odysseus became affiliated with her. It describes the challenge that she set out.
Yeah, it goes into their backstory.
And
It sets it all up for you, really.
then the "Don't Disappoint Me" always gives me chills.
Tegan,
Yep.
the singer for Athena, has a wonderful vocal range, and she definitely debuts it in this song.
Justin, how you feel about Warrior of the Mind?
It is a damn good song. I'll admit, it's been a while since I've listened to it, but I do love the dynamic established between Athena and Odysseus.
And one of the things I like about it, and at the end, once they start singing together, when she just stays at mine, Odysseus comes in and he just wait. I don't know the proper terminology. Again, this is power plant for a reason.
He does a rift.
Yeah, he does a rift.
Odysseus comes in and does his rift. When they first meet, she's stagnant. Her note is held because she's steadfast in her ways. And Odysseus sings in a rift because he brings all these new viewpoints. And by the end of the song, they harmonize inside the rift. It's her showing that she's willing to work with him together. She's willing to see his point so long as he still follows her.
So I'm gonna say top of legendary for Warrior of the Mind. I want to say epic, but to be completely fair, because we have a lot of songs to go through.
And I'm not gonna be able to get through all of them because I gotta leave in like half an hour.
So with that being,
I
go ahead, Bella.
I'd argue it does go in epic. If
All
any
right,
song on this saga should be there, it is this one.
and it's the end of the
Agreed.
saga too. Next up, Polyphemus.
Polyphemus.
Oh, that song was so good because you start off like, "Look at all this food," and then all of a sudden you just hear, "Who are you?" and you're like, "Oh, oh." Because if you don't
Oh
know the
no.
Odyssey, you're like, "What the hell?"
It is fantastic.
And such an improvement from the original too.
Absolutely fantastic. The vocals that Jorge displays, because Jorge also sings as Polyphemus with a lot of tuning, is fantastic. The buildup of the conflict is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard the Polyphemus monster tuned voice, I kind of hated it. Like, it did not vibe well with me, but then it weirdly grew on me.
I disliked it originally. In the very first iteration of the album, I hated it. I did not like it. The revamping of it,
Much
I liked
improved.
a lot more because you could understand what he was saying.
So I can't say epic for this one, but I can bounce between either legendary and dancey.
I would say, I would say legendary.
Bella.
I feel like, yeah, I feel
You're-
like it would be low on the legendary list, though. I feel like it would be a high Dancy, a low legendary.
all right. So
I can agree with that.
yeah, let's go high Dancy and hey Bella, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How great is your will to survive?
Not as much as 600 lives at stake, that's for sure.
And what I was referencing earlier comes into play in this song. Because who wants Polity pancakes?
Why you gotta do my boy dirty like that?
Because if the roles were reversed, you would do the same thing with me.
You are so correct.
That's how our friendship works.
Yep.
Such a good song because you have the counter of I don't counter probably not the right word, but you have the polarity of Odysseus's hey, we're doing to survive, and then Polites comes in once he gets his club and it's just no, I'm going to kill you all because you have hurt me, you have hurt my sheep.
You see the finality in it. It's
Yeah.
no longer lighthearted. It's very much a you think this is a joke. It's not a joke.
I agree. Yeah.
Damn.
And plus it's fun to bounce to because I'll bounce to it when I'm in the truck. I have gotten stares while driving down the interstate listening to this song.
Same. Same though.
With that being said, I can justify a mid legendary for Survive.
A mid yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
And Bella, while I'm putting it in there, why don't you tell them about the next song in the order?
That would be Remember Them. And Remember Them is a kind of memorial. It's a we're gonna do this, we're gonna get through this because of the people who could not. It's you don't expect it. From a song like Survive to Remember Them, you don't expect it.
And the way they lead into it as well is just chef's kiss.
Yes.
Because at the end of Survive, it's revealed what Odysseus did to the wine.
Yeah. He went smart about
lotus?
it.
What'd you say, Justin?
He put the lotus in the wine, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And in some animatics, he stuffed a whole lotus eater in the barrel.
I don't think I've seen those animatics.
If I find it again, I'll send it to you.
Please.
Can you just imagine it just squishing the lotus eater in there? But so Remember Them, one of the things I did want to bring up, and that is my grandfather was a Vietnam vet, and he did this sometimes where he'll be looking at something and tune everything else out. It's not because he's thinking back to what just happened in his past when he was in the military. We see that at the start of this song with Odysseus because he's staring at Polites' body, and that's all he is zoned in on. He isn't even worried about the threat of the Cyclops or Eurylochus sitting there going, Captain, Captain.
Well, he went into shock.
Yeah, shot.
He thought things were fine. They were not fine.
Sitting there, fire all around him. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
My friend's dead, but he's fine.
He's not dead. He's just sleeping.
In pieces. That man is dead.
Damn.
That man be gone.
So Remember Them, I have to go high for because I love the song and it shows the first signs of the quote unquote evil dark side of Odysseus because he's like, no, we're stabbing this dude in the eye.
No, that's not even his dark side. That's him being strategic.
True.
There is no dark side here. He's trying to find the best way to get him and his men out. And like he says in the song, if they kill him, he's gonna block the path and they're not strong enough to move him. It shows his ability to lead when under stress.
Yeah. To which, fun fact, my dad, when I showed him this song, he said he quoted freaking Duke Nukem. My dad said, "Hail to the king."
Nice.
So I would say that song just and sadly we have to bring it up. Odysseus shot himself in the foot at the end of it.
He did. He did entirely.
And it wasn't no 22 bullet. He shot himself with a 45 right in the foot.
He shot himself in the foot with a 308.
But that song is just brilliant because it also shows the first conflict between him and Athena as well.
It does.
So where do you want to put it, Bella?
I would put it. I don't think you're going to agree with me here. It's great. It's not my favorite though. It's really not. I would actually put it in Dancy.
That's fair. Justin,
Yeah,
are you cool with
I
that?
can agree with that.
Do we say it's better than Polyphemus or just below it?
I would say it's below it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than The Horse and the Infant in terms of like its pacing. But yeah.
Next up is My Goodbye.
What a song.
Oh, this one I remember.
What a song.
This is where Tegan really got to show her range.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like there was no
Yep.
pulling punches. She went in with a pair of brass knuckles, and this is junior high boxing.
Yeah, good. Like it was amazing.
And the downside is I have a weakness for redheads yelling at me, so
Oh,
I'm not
I
surprised.
oh,
I think I may also share that weakness, but I'm not entirely sure.
But- I honestly would put this one in legendary and high legendary at that for it shows that while yes Odysseus has followed her, he isn't fully agreeant with her ways.
Yeah. I could
And-
agree.
What do you think, Justin?
Oh, I would say it goes in epic.
Oh,
Oh.
I
Just-
genuinely really liked it.
Is this our epic for this saga?
I think it is. I think low epic if that's the case.
Both the Athena songs in epic, it fits.
It's Tegan. Tegan, look, Jorge's a masterful composer and everything, but I got my opinion is Tegan carried that weight in both of them freaking songs.
She definitely brings the pull. Jorge holds up next to her very well.
Next up is the saga I have tattooed on my back, the Storm Saga. Exactly. And how fitting of this song with what's happening in America right now. The West Coast is on fire, and the East
The
Coast
East
is
Coast.
frozen.
Yeah.
Oof, too soon.
But not inaccurate, Justin.
But not inaccurate at all.
But with that being
No,
said,
you're right.
Storm is a good song. It shows Eurylochus' first signs of doubting Odysseus. If I'm not mistaken, Bella.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking back through the other two sagas, he never really. Oh no, he did question him and remember them. Captain, we should run.
And he's just like, no. And he keeps pushing it. I like Storm personally because it starts to show the dissonance between him and his crew. They aren't all singing in the same key, and they're not all singing at the same time. They're not harmonizing anymore.
Yeah.
So it's showing that his crew's faith is starting to waver as well, which from a storytelling point is, again, phenomenal.
So I'm gonna say Dancy for Storm,
I could agree.
and I'm gonna say above Polyphemus, but barely because of the points you brought up, which are some valid freaking points. But it leads into one of the, in my opinion, one of the key points of this whole musical. Does that sound fair, Justin?
Sorry, what was that? I was checking on a thing.
Storm, just above Polyphemus and the Dancy tier.
Yeah, I can vibe with that.
Justin, we didn't say the vibe tier, we said Dancy tier.
Shut the fuck up.
Never. Next up, one of the songs I like, Luck Runs Out.
This is actually one of my least favorite.
Really?
I don't like Eurylochus.
That is fair.
I think they casted him very well. I'm gonna say that. I don't hate the person that plays him. It just Eurylochus as a whole makes me want to throw things.
So, the reason why I do like this song, again, Eurylochus as a character, despise him. His singer, wonderful human being. But the song does call out Odysseus on, dude, you keep pushing your luck. Justin, what do you think about it?
Yeah, theme-wise, it definitely fits Eurylochus calling him out because, well, we all know it's gonna run out and things are gonna go sideways eventually.
And I love in the Ithaca premiere, that wasn't them dancing and vibing to it. They were just doing a test run of the actual live action. Because one of the moments that I'll bring up from the Ithaca premiere party is when Jorge just smacked Eurylochus' singer.
Damn.
But I can put this one in vibing, just to be fair.
Yeah, I mean it would be high vibing.
Yeah. Because it's a good song. You can vibe to it because you can even do the Macarena to it.
I'm
And
pretty sure we're millennials. We can Macarena to anything.
That is fair. Next up, the song I would love to hear Bella do a cover of, Keep Your Friends Close.
Yeah, I do love that song.
Friends close and your enemies closer.
The
I
return
forget
of
the rest of the words to this song.
I love that. I forgot the rest of the words. And the return of the Winions.
So they can have closure. Anyway.
And it's the return of the Winions.
It is. With the wind god Aeolus.
Who is sung by Kiara, I forget her last name.
Stone.
Kiara Stone. Who has such a freaking lovely voice.
Lovely airy quality to it, which I'm pretty sure is exactly why she was cast.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to put this one in epic for several reasons. One, it's a great philosophical question.
It is. It is. How well do you know the people around you? How do you trust them with your life?
Can you trust them not to open this bag that you will tell them not to open?
Yeah, he did. They did. You're right. You're right.
And again, it's another song you can dance to, and that's my biggest thing, is I love songs that I can dance to. So, I'm voting epic. Bella, where do you vote?
Yeah, honestly, I would go high legendary, low epic. But
Justin?
I do agree, epic would be a good place for it.
Justin?
I would say low epic fits.
Alrighty, that's a low epic. And the first one of this saga, and the finale song, the debut of Steve Rodriguez, I believe I'm saying his last name right.
Yes, with his rock and roll.
Ruthlessness, because the end of Keep Your Friends Close is him screaming, Odysseus of Ithaca, do you know who I am?
Who I am?
That man's voice has no right to be that smooth and buttery when he's a fucking rock star.
It's fantastic.
It is so good. It is so good.
It is so good.
In the second or third moral, or fifth, depending on how many times you count, moral conflict for Odysseus.
Yeah.
Because it poses the question, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. If you don't finish the job, it'll come back to haunt you.
It's more of a testing of his thing too, because he wants to keep things peaceful and kind, and it's just like, but can you get out of this by doing that? The answer was no.
No, it was not. 500. How many? 57.
52. Yes and no, because he lost a whole bunch in the fight with Polyphemus.
That's
So
true.
just roughly 500.
And then he lost one to who we'll talk about next. But Ruthlessness, I used to repeat this song on my truck drive. I can put it mid epic, on the high end, top of legendary, because his better song, in my opinion, comes in a later saga.
I agree.
So where are you thinking, Bella?
I would put it high legendary. I feel like when we see him again is actually a lot higher of a rank than this one.
Justin?
I would say it's somewhere between epic and legendary.
Alrighty, high epic. And next up, the song that started a meme, and I love that it did, Puppeteer, the start of the Cersei saga.
I love this saga!
Who doesn't?
This is one of my favorite sagas!
Here's why there's one moment in the beginning of this song where we are weak to a power like this. What was it? A woman.
What?
Because you can imagine the facial just, what? Like eyebrow cocked on that.
Welcome to the best night of your lives. I love Cersei, man.
And
Talia
Cersei
does a wonderful job.
It is sang by Jorge's amazing girlfriend,
who they weren't together when she was cast.
Which is insane.
They met through Epic the Musical.
And she didn't even audition for Cersei originally.
No, she auditioned for Penelope initially.
Because she also did a Zeus audition.
And Calypso.
And she also did an audition for Zeus too, which that was really freaking good.
Yeah.
It's a good turning point song because Odysseus is shell-shocked, for lack of a better term. And it's just like, oh. And then Eurylochus is like, I have something I must confess. And I'm like...
And he's just like, it can wait.
Yeah. Because you tell me now, I'm probably going to kill you.
It wasn't even that. It was
Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me? All right, sorry about that, chat. I know there was like a random moment where everything just went bleh, but my internet died. But we're back. But yeah, Puppeteer, just her voice, just oh.
We love Taylor.
Yeah.
Kayla is amazing. And again, Eurylochus is just Eurylochus.
I hate Eurylochus.
So it's the debut of Cersei, and I want to put it in dancey because you can dance to her part of the song.
You could. I would definitely agree with it being in Dancy.
Same.
Where in dancey though?
I would put it above Storm. I could dance to that more than I could Storm.
I can agree
Yep.
with that. All right, we're gonna do a couple speed runs because our favorite rat has to eventually disappear. I think I found the broom to get him out of the MC room.
How dare you?
It's a
Bruh.
running joke that he's a rat. That is his icon. It's literally just him as a rat.
I know.
I love
Yeah.
it. Next up
I've
is the
accepted my characterization.
and next up the debut of Troy. Wouldn't you like?
As Hermes. He really does embody him.
He really
Yes.
does, especially if you listen to his other music, like
I do.
Leo, Virgo, are all in my actual playlist for when I'm at work. And I just love this song. I want to say legendary. I can't say epic because again, same with the Poseidon song. He has a banger later on.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. My brain died for a second.
We know, buddy.
But yeah, he is fantastic as Hermes.
He is.
And he's such a joy, and his laugh, it's just infectious.
It is.
So are we cool with legendary?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to argue putting it behind Ruthlessness, though.
That's where I was thinking.
Yep.
Okay.
Next up, a song because my mom has seen your TikToks, Bella.
Oh no.
Has said that me and you would do interesting doing this song, and that is Done For.
Oh, done
One
for.
wrong move and you're done for.
Anything
Oh,
I
God,
don't
this
deserve,
song
then
here.
you're done for. Yeah.
Like
It has no right to be that good of a song again, but it's a boss battle song.
yeah, and it's a great duet.
Boss battle phase 1.
Yeah, we'll talk about the other phase of this boss battle later. As family clean as we can.
There is no You have me on the channel. What is family clean?
Fair. Done For is one of my personal favorites from Act 1. Just because I love her. Huh. And then immediately like, all right, let me show you how it's done.
She's just like, you think you're bad? I'm bad.
Literally, I've tried to keep my content family friendly, but here we go. She's like, oh, you think you the bad bitch? Here, let me show you why I'm the bad bitch.
Let me show you why this is my island.
So I'm gonna have to say bottom of epic just because it's such a good song.
Really?
Yes.
Epic.
Where were you thinking?
Agreed.
Are we all in agreement on epic?
Yeah, no, I could see. I could see it. I wouldn't put it at the end of it though.
I would say it's better than Keep Your Friends Close. Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Athena's still holding reign supreme on the epic.
Athena probably will. Let's be honest.
Next up is Bella. I'm gonna let you describe this song. Have fun.
There are other ways. Oh, my heart, there are other ways. This is the song that I got to hear first as it was being worked on. Like, Thunderbringer was an audition song. There was no audition songs for Cersei. So this was my first introduction to Cersei. And it's a dance. It is essentially a dance. And
you really could waltz to this song.
It's seductive and it's enchanting and charming. And
Okay.
then it turns into something else completely at the end. It hits you by surprise. And Taylor comes in with them high notes. And it's fantastic. Oh my god, is that my dog? No, it is my child. Do you want to say hello to YouTube? Hello, YouTube. Okay, goodbye.
That is
Hello, tiny
my
human.
one of my nibblings.
Is that a
We're-
Caleb or a Hemina?
It is a Caleb. We're ranking Epic the Musical songs. We're on There Are Other Ways.
Oh, that's epic. Lending What is that?
What's that one? What does that look like?
Dance.
Mm-hmm. Fancy. What about this one?
Mm,
Vibing.
Vitamin.
What's this one? Yep, that's it.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.
Good job.
He's in
But
first grade, everybody.
there are
Uh,
other ways. This is like Bella said, it's a very seductive song at start. And then if you've seen the animatic, like the premiere where Jorge put all of them in one thing, she tried to stab him.
Yes, canonically in Epic canon, she does try to stab him with his own knife. Yes.
But
Damn.
then we see the first sign of Jorge's Odysseus being loyal.
Yes, we do. And a cool thing I want to mention that not a lot of people seem to recognize is she sings parts of the spell that she sang in Puppeteer. She's still trying to place a spell on him with a different course of action.
Yep.
Details.
I love it.
So where we want it. Bella, you love this song so much, I'm gonna let you have first vote.
I would put it in Legendary. I would put it in Legendary. I don't know where in Legendary, but it goes up there, man.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
can
better
agree
than
with
Wouldn't
that.
You Like, but it's right there beside Ruthlessness.
It
in
is
my
right.
opinion.
Yeah.
No. Next up, the song I can't listen to without crying like a bitch.
And on that note, I do have to book it, so I will leave y'all to it. Have fun.
Love you, buddy.
Love
Have a
y'all.
safe trip.
Bye.
Next up, Bella, the song that I can't listen to without crying like a bitch.
I also cry like a bitch. Give me just a minute.
Yep. The
The Underworld.
What, the shortest saga?
The shortest saga because it is the end of Act 1.
And I'm going to let you have full reign with a couple of these songs, but when we get to Monster, I have words about that song.
Oh, that is fine. That is totally valid. Here to bring in a little bit of funny haha lore, because, you know, I love Greek mythology here. The river that they're sailing in is actually the one that holds all the souls of the dead that don't have proper burial.
Mm.
If that makes it hurt a little bit worse, knowing that all of his crew is in there. And Polites.
And his mom.
So his mom's not in the river. His mom is on the river bank. His mom is on the river bank.
But Underworld is a great, I don't want to say capstone saga, but it is. It encapsulates everything that has happened in Act 1.
Agreed.
And Underworld is such the perfect song. You get to hear Polites again, and then you think you're done with the emotional whiplash. No. Because then here comes Jorge's actual dadgum mama singing
Playing
as
as Antiquaria. Yep.
aka Odysseus's mama.
And you can really feel the emotion that's brought in there. Odysseus did not know his mother was dead, and they portray that very well in there. The part of the underworld that I actually like the best, is when he's saying all I hear are screams, because that's the PTSD coming in. That's how you can see how war and this entire thing has hit him. And that part just hits very hard for me. I love it.
Yes. And Underworld is a legendary song, in my opinion. It is better than Ruthlessness.
It is better. I will agree. It is better than Ruthlessness.
And then we learn that it's 558 men because one of them got drunk and fell off top of Cersei's palace.
Yeah, and he's canonically the one that they all forgot, so it's so funny that they don't mention him at all. They're like, wait, where's the extra one? How did the extra one go? It's a little fun fact if you actually read the Odyssey.
Yep. And then one of my personal favorites, No Longer You.
Longer You.
A song
Oh,
you're doing a comic for, correct?
I am. I'm doing a little comic snippet for some canon lore in my own story. Yeah. It's pretty good, not gonna lie.
Mac, who is a singer, Mason, that's his name.
Mason.
Who is the singer. His audition, he is just dead-eyed staring at the camera.
Because the prophet is blind.
And dead.
I mean, not only is he's dead, he's in the underworld. Of course he's dead. But he's a blind prophet. Even in life, he was a blind prophet. I like the casting of him. I like his voice. A lot of people, when it came out, were annoyed. They said that he sounded too much like Jorge. I don't hear it personally.
I don't either.
Because of the range that Mason has and the range that Jorge has. They're very different.
So I'm going to say this one is another legendary, just Mason's range and I don't want to say teaser, but the foreshadowing, that'd be the right word.
Yeah.
With the song. It's another legendary.
It is. It's good.
And Bella, you get to pick where it goes in legendary.
Oh, shit. Okay. Of course you're doing this to me!
Love you, Big Sib.
I would put it... it hits harder for me than Ruthlessness. Music-wise, like if we're thinking about the big picture, instead of each individual song, it hits me harder that way.
Yeah.
If we're going individually, then it would be behind Ruthlessness, in my opinion. I feel like Ruthlessness is a stronger composition.
Yeah, so I would say it's a tie. So because you can look at it either way, and either song can justify being ahead of the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, Monster.
Oh, you buddy.
So, fun fact: I study psychology, and thanks to a friend of ours of the channel, aka JP, he pointed out to me that in theater, the conflict of the main character can be boiled down into 3 parts, 3 different forms, where they change because of actions that have taken place for the better, realizing that they need to stay steadfast in a certain way or change. Another one is when they go down the darker path, where they start to attribute sides of the monsters and villains they have faced, or their antagonists, for lack of a better term, instead of the good qualities. And then there's the one that's typically saved for extras, where they stay the same throughout. This song, if you look at it this way, is a turning point deeper than what I realized initially.
Yeah.
Because, again, I love this song for so many freaking reasons. Just, because you see Odysseus, I almost said Jorge, not Mr. Jalapeno.
Mr. Jalapeno.
But Odysseus go down the path of the second one I said, which is he's going to start taking qualities from the monsters and antagonists he has faced thus far. If you look at it that way. And that's why I want to say middle of epic or high epic, but that's just my opinion.
I would put it higher than My Goodbye, actually.
Alrighty. Athena lost second place finally. Next up is your kiddo's favorite song to do together.
It is. It's also my favorite one to sing.
Suffering.
At least for this saga, it's my favorite one to sing.
Yep, and we are into Act 2, friends
Act
of the channel.
2, Thunder Saga. Starting off strong with Suffering. You open up with Odysseus and his crew sailing. And who is it that he hears but his dearest Penelope?
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. Who gets some of the details wrong, because it is in fact not Penelope at all. There's so much I could say. After hearing the angsty banger that Monster is, to picking up on this light-hearted, delightful tune is it gives you whiplash.
You're like, oh my god, it's gonna be violent in the next one. Nope.
It's like, is this even the same musical?
Like, what happened here?
Rest assured, it is though. A Suffering for me goes in legendary.
Yeah, I would say high legendary.
It goes. Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, I'd agree high.
I would say right behind Underworld, because it's another crucial song.
I love it so big. Yeah, it is. It is a crucial song.
And then people wanted bloodshed. They got it with Different Beast.
Oh my gosh.
Immediately you just hear the arrow fly, the siren scream.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, I wish Caleb was here to say it. Because the way he says it is adorable.
It says what?
Let's cut the charade, you are no wife of mine.
Oh my god, he does. Let's cut the charade, you are no wife of mine.
Because when it's Caleb, you don't hear the malice, but he's your kid, so I'm pretty sure he can be malicious if need be.
Oh my god. He's the king of petty.
He learned it from you.
He did. I keep my part in that. That's my fault.
Different Beast. This is another song that, like, I can dance to that. I can't dance to save my life, but damn, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. I don't dance to it. I do vibe with it though.
I would say a high dancey. A little bit better than Storm, but not better than Puppeteer.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that.
I just love the kill 'em all at the end, because you hear this song shows what I was talking about with Monster. Of, no, if you want me to be your monster, fine.
I'll be your monster, but you're gonna really hate that you made me this way.
And next up, a song with another beautiful female vocalist whose name I can't remember. Scylla.
KJ.
KJ.
KJ Thompson.
Her voice.
Oh my goodness.
It's such a beautiful freaking song.
It is a beautiful song. Not only is it a beautiful song, but we get Eurylochus's
confession.
Thank you.
Of course.
That he was the one that opened the windbag. He's the reason all of their men died. He's the reason that they didn't get to go home.
I'm gonna be real with you, Bella. If I was in Odysseus' shoes, he would have caught a sword immediately.
Yeah.
There would have been no debate. There would have been no, you're the reason for this, so you're gonna pay the price now.
Yeah. I have words about Eurylochus as a character, but this isn't about his character. This is about the song. So,
KJ carries this song so freaking well.
carries this so well. And then you get to see the parallels between Scylla and Odysseus as well. Which is just fantastic. You can see that he really is taking on these qualities to do what it takes to get back home.
And
He wants to see his wife. He wants to see his son. Just let him do it.
not only that, we see some of these traits come out in a later saga.
Oh, we do. Oh, we do. He definitely takes these as lessons. He is watching and learning.
With that being said, I gotta say, let epic for Scylla. Just
I would agree. I would agree. It is definitely an epic proportion.
and I'm gonna say it's better than My Goodbye.
Yeah, I could concur.
And one of the big things that make it there is that right after we hear the hello, row for your life, and then
Which lots of people thought it was Run, which I thought was kind of amusing.
they're just running around in circles on the deck.
Yeah.
And then KJ comes in with this, I can't do it, I wish I could, that belt of drowning your sorrow and fears.
Oh, the growl in her voice.
Next up,
That I can't do either.
next up is the Eurylochus song.
Mutiny. This song pissed me the fudge off.
You can say the F word.
I'm trying to tone it down because my kids. This song pissed me off to no end because Eurylochus is getting all pissy that he sacrificed people to get out of the fucking cave.
Meanwhile,
but literally wanted to leave everybody on Circe's island. He opened the bag to kill everybody else. And now you want to get all pissy because your captain did something to ensure the rest of you could get home?
Literally, count your blessings. You could have been one of the ones holding the torch.
He was supposed to be. He handed his torch off to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
To go help somebody else up.
I still wish he would have bit the bullet.
He pisses me off. It's a good song. Its composition is amazing. You get the fighting and the rage and this intenseness, and then towards the end of it, it's all of a sudden it's a callback to luck runs out when they come to the cows.
Mm-hmm. Helios's cows.
Mm-hmm, but the roles are reversed. And it's Odysseus begging him to not. And then Eurylochus is like, but I'm just a man. And you're like, yeah, you are just a man. You're right.
But
you made a mistake. He fucked up. And he goes and he just said, if you're going to be the captain, if you're going to make all the shots, you need to, be able to shoulder all of the blame. And then Eurylochus fucks up, and they see it, and they see the storm coming, and he looks at Odysseus with the fucking Pikachu face, and he's like, Captain? No, motherfucker. You wanted to overthrow him. You wanted to be captain. You take the repercussions. I feel strongly about it. I told you.
So where do you want to put it?
This to me is it's a dancey song. Only because I don't feel like it's good enough to be a legendary song. That could just be my hatred for Eurylochus, though. To be completely
Is it better or worse than Storm?
I feel like it's better.
Yeah, because I love how it ends. And this is the perfect segue into the next song. We're too late.
Oh, we're too late. Who do you think they'll send?
And then
Zeus.
Luke Holt comes back and is like, hello, motherfuckers.
This is just Zeus tooting his own fucking horn. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
100%.
This is Zeus feeling himself and making everybody privy to it.
Literally, like, you are going to watch me play with my clouds and take that innuendo how you will.
You're going to hear about how persuasive and wonderful I am, and if you don't think I am, just ask all of everybody in existence, because nobody wants to go up against me because I'm the God King.
It's such a great song. I used to be able to say epic, like, quick for this song. But then more bangers came.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the callback to Suffering, and the
Oh god, at
callback,
the end of it.
and then the callback to Just a Man. When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? So
I
I'm
like it
going
on
to
that.
say it's better than Underworld. That's
I could agree. I could agree with that.
because it leads into the sun. And we are into the Wisdom Saga.
Oh, the Wisdom Saga.
Legendary. Miko!
I wanna be legendary.
Miko!
We love Miko.
And the power plant, we love Miko.
Miko stands.
Because I thought it was just Jorge singing
It
for.
wa-
And then Bella tells me, no, that's someone new.
No,
I'm
that is
like,
someone new, and they did fantastic on casting Miko because he has a similar range to Jorge. He has a similar tone to Jorge, so it literally sounds like a young Odysseus, which makes sense because this is Telemachus. This is his son. He hears all these stories of his dad and how great his dad is, and he just wants to be like him, but there's all these damn suitors, and they
108
keep
of
telling
them.
him that he's small and that he's never gonna measure up, and
Calls his mama a tramp.
Don't you dare call my mother a tramp. Oh, whoa, whoa.
I just
I love
did.
it.
What
I
you
love that
gonna
song.
do about it, champ?
Absolutely nothing.
I
That's a
love
lie.
that.
He gets into a fight with that.
Yeah,
But
Legendary, I feel like is a high legendary, low epic. Just again, it's just a beautiful song, and it's kind of that age-old question. Well, while this has happened, we've been heard about this other group of people. What's happening there?
it's happening here. And Telemachus is here to tell you.
Exactly. So I say low epic, better than Keep Your Friends Close. I don't know if it's better than Done For.
No, it's definitely about keep your friends close.
Next up, a song that I love and I adore, and this song will be in my playlist of the day I'm put 6 feet in the ground.
I'm
Little
not
Wolf.
looking. I was about to say it's Little Wolf, isn't it? I wasn't even looking at my screen.
Yeah, because we're going. So I almost said chat. We have streamed too much together.
I mean, you said chat earlier. I just
I
didn't
did?
correct you on it. Yeah,
I mean, it works the same way.
it does.
I just don't see it in real time when I upload to YouTube.
That's fair.
Comments. We have went in order from the albums. So this is from start to finish. That is why this tier list, which is on my tier maker, if you go look up Epic the Musical, Troy to Ithaca, the songs are in order. Except for the very one at the very end, which was a joke for our buddy Justin.
But he is not here.
But we're still going to rank it anyways.
Yes, we are.
But Little Wolf, the fight song, with a beautiful canonical animatic.
Oh my gosh. And Aaron Alexander as the voice of Antini is Antinuous. I always struggle with his name. I just call him Anti-Acid half the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Because you need one after one of his other songs.
I just no, not even. His voice is so pretty. It just I deal with it. But his voice is so smooth, and it's so nice. And it's supposed to be because he's playing one of the suitors. All of the suitors are from the noble cast. He's supposed to be charismatic. He's supposed to sound like a leader. He lacks the warmth of a leader.
Yep, he seems more like a 9-to-5 boss than he does a leader.
Yeah.
And he's the leader of the suitors too, funny enough.
He does. He leads the suitors. Fight Little Wolf. Fantastic. Athena pops in. Love it.
Literally just, hey, you need help.
For real. She's just like, you just gonna stand there? And he's like, I don't know what else to do. I've never been in a fight before.
And you know that Athena's like, oh my god, it's Odysseus all over again.
It's Odysseus 2.0.
But this one actually listens.
This one actually listens. Then
I'm gonna say this one belongs in top of legendary. I have to pull my bias out of the equation because it's such a good song and it leads
it is.
and it shows. While yes, Telemachus has potential, he just hasn't hit it yet.
He hasn't had anybody to help him discover it and hone it.
Exactly. Are you cool with top of legendary?
Definitely. I could definitely see why you would want to put it there.
And now my least favorite song of the Wisdom Saga, actually.
Really?
Yes. And that's not saying it's a bad song, comments. It's all of them are so good. It is hard to have a consistent ranking. As me and Bella can attest, we'll text each other sometimes like, hey, my ranking has changed.
Yeah, it'll be like, what's your favorite of this one? It's like, I'm really feeling this one today. And it's like, really?
And then tomorrow it'll be like, change my mind, it's this one.
Yeah, and then it's like, never mind. I never mind. Forget it. It's this instead.
We'll Be Fine is such a beautiful song. It's kind of, in my opinion, a counter to Warrior of the Mind, where she is more open.
Yes.
Instead of acting like this isolated god, she's more mortal in a way.
Well, my whole thing is that she's said before that, gods don't sleep. Like, she doesn't sleep. Gods don't sleep. They don't need it. It doesn't bother them any. And in this, she's literally like, then maybe I could sleep at night. And you're like, oh, she's having reservations about what has happened. She feels bad.
And the fact that she calls Odysseus her friend.
Right? It's like, bitch, you literally said you were just his mentor. Now you're sitting here telling me you thought he was a friend the whole time?
Well, it's also kind of like, I'm not going to bat for her behavior, but at the same time, you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I think that's what happened with her. She's like, oh, well, shit. Let me help this kid.
Let me help this child.
And We'll Be Fine is a good song. I can say Dancy tier personally, but where do you think?
Yeah, no, High Dancy though.
High Dancy would say it's better than Puppeteer.
No, I would say it's better than Different Beasts.
All right.
Actually, no, it's not. But it is better than Mutiny.
All right. Next up is the debut of Calypso.
With the lovely Barbara Wangui.
Her voice. Oh.
Is enchanting. Her voice is so phenomenal. She herself is a lovely person.
Calypso is a walking red flag.
Yes and no. So in Epic Universe, you have to understand, in the Epic Universe, she's been by herself her entire life. She's never had anybody else. She doesn't understand.
Yeah.
In the Odyssey, yeah, walking red flag, manipulative, emotionally manipulative, locationally abusive. Like, she's terrible. But in the Epic Universe, there's more innocence to her. She doesn't understand. She gets a little bit of slack for that. Do I like Calypso? No. I love Barbara Wangui. Voice, again, beautiful.
Yes. I would say it's a legendary song. I just don't know where in legendary. Because we also get the All I Hear Are Screams.
Yeah. Oh, gee, get away from the ledge.
And my mom has turned it into a meme.
I love that part. That is my favorite part. I typically sing the female parts in songs. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to that part, I fully sing Odysseus's part.
And we get to hear Polites again.
Polites again, yes.
Because Jorge likes hitting us in the emotional nuts.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's better than Thunderbringer. That's just me personally.
I don't think so.
Really?
I love it. the parts of it that I love are the same parts that are in the Underworld, the song The Underworld.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I would rank it higher than The Underworld, because I feel like The Underworld had more
layers.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Thank
I could
you.
say Underworld, Love in Paradise, then Suffering.
Yeah. Which
Next,
is so sad because I love Suffering so much.
and this is probably eating you alive, isn't it?
A little bit, not gonna lie.
We're gonna look back at it and see if there's any tweaks we want to make when we're finished. Next up, God Games.
Father, God King.
And the debut of another member of Jorge's family
Hephaestus.
is sung by Jorge's dad.
Yeah.
And I love this song. I'm not even going to front. I'm not even going to be bashful about it. This song is just it's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Simulator.
Objection.
Literally. That is how I feel about this song. And you can't say I'm wrong.
I can't. I cannot.
Which is why I want to say this song belongs in Epic. But I don't know where.
I would put maybe behind Scylla.
Behind Scylla. Where did we put Scylla? Oh, Scylla's third place.
I feel like we would put it behind Scylla.
And I just gotta say it. I'm probably gonna butcher his name. If he ever sees any of my videos, I love him to death. Early Gresham Jr.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's fantastic.
And such a sweetheart of a human being if you watch his TikToks.
Oh my goodness.
I've done impressions of his Aries and sent them to Bella on Snapchat, and Bella's like, ooh.
Ooh.
And it doesn't help. That was a day where I was in a dusty freaking grain elevator, so my voice was already down in that vocal range.
Yeah, it helps when you have environmental assistance.
And then Brandon McInnes, I know we're still on God Games, but I gotta get this out. Freaking
God, I love him.
Brandon McInnes as Apollo.
He actually just got married a few months back. Did you know?
I did not. So, whoa! I'm probably gonna butcher her name, but she has such a beautiful singing voice. Gianni K. Jeha. I'm probably butchering her name.
Yeah, I can't remember how to pronounce it, and I don't want to butcher it. It's like, hold on.
As Aphrodite, and she carries like how I imagined Aphrodite sounding very freaking well.
She used to go by J Maya. That's what it was, but she decided to embrace her full name.
But her singing for Aphrodite was very fitting.
Oh my god. Yes.
Because she carries the sass so well. With the one line of "Your little high and mighty Odysseus."
I love it. I love it.
Sarah Patel, aka Posey, as freaking Hera.
Groovy. Absolutely groovy.
No debate.
No debate.
And next up, the song that I'm still iffy on because connotation feels very gaslighty.
Oh, Not Sorry for Loving You.
Yes.
It does feel gaslighty. And again, if you keep the original literature in mind with it, it is gaslighty. In the epic lore, it's her not understanding. She was never taught to do to feel her emotions in the way that she does. However, it is interesting. Again, beautiful vocals.
Yep.
Beautiful vocals. Do I feel like it was strong? Not
Her
really.
vocal range was, but the song itself.
The song itself, in comparison to the rest of the musical, just felt off. It was necessary, but it felt off.
Yeah. So I can say it was a good viber.
I wouldn't even put it there.
You would go good.
I would go good.
All right.
I love the vocals. I love the vocalist. I just don't feel like it was that strong of a song.
With that being said, next up a song that we both still dance to, "Dangerous."
It's a little bit dangerous, my friend.
I
love
love this.
that.
Troy returns with all the sass, throwing it back and more.
Oh my gosh.
Is it bad I would put this above Warrior of the Mind?
Yeah, no. They have a similar feel.
Because they're both like, Odysseus, you know what to do. Do it.
Yeah, they have a similar vibe. I like the fact that it's grandpa or great grandpa Hermes helping his grandson
And Princess Winion.
and Princess Winion, who is another member of Jorge's family. It's actually his sister.
Yep. Dangerous is an epic song. I just don't know where to put it.
Is it more or less epic than God Games, in your opinion?
It's more epic than God Games.
Does it top Scylla though?
That's where I'm torn at. Because Scylla is...
It definitely doesn't top Monster.
No. I think it does top Scylla, and here's why. While
Yeah,
he was
go for it.
adamant about doing what he did with Scylla, he is realizing how close he is to home now with Dangerous. He's like, no, all right. Gloves are off. And it's in the lyrics. I will do what I have to do to make it home.
True.
I'm going to use ruthlessness.
Yeah.
So I would say it's third place.
Yeah, no. That's a good argument, honestly.
And then next up, one that you've told me you've enjoyed, and it's a favorite of our buddy JP.
Oh, is
Charybdis.
it? Does he like it too?
Yes.
Hey,
He's also a fan of Anna Flame's animatic, which helped.
yeah. Anna Flama, we love.
Well, he said, and this is going to make you laugh. You know what he said it reminded him of, that part of the animatic?
What?
Treasure Planet.
Yeah, no, I could see it. I love Charybdis. I love the song Charybdis.
The daughter of Poseidon, fun fact.
She is, yeah, she's a daughter, yeah, of Poseidon, yes. I love it. I love the overall vibe of it. I love the, oh, bring it on. He's like, I'm ready. I'm gonna go for it. Yes.
It is such a legendary song. And I'm not saying that's where it needs to go.
So many people didn't like it.
And I don't know why. It's a great song. A lot of people I talked to about it were like, oh, I want to see more of the strategy mind of Odysseus. Well, you see it in this song.
You do. You get to see it in the song. He literally goes over the battle plan with you. Like, people are like, it wasn't it. And I'm like, but it is. From a storytelling point of view, this is beautiful work. This is beautiful storytelling.
Right. You wanted strategy, Odysseus? Well, here you go.
Here you go. Here he is. It's not our fault that you can't seem to understand it.
So I'm going to say it's better than Keep Your Friends Close. Is it better than Legendary?
Yeah. I feel in my heart, I feel like it is, but Miko's vocals in Legendary are just so phenomenal.
And that's not even his best vocals either, though.
It's not.
So I would say it's better than Legendary. As much as I don't want to, looking at it like we did earlier with Ruthlessness and where's the other song? Underworld. Look at it as a song itself and then a part of the whole story.
Yeah.
It has a little bit, not much, of an edge over Legendary.
Yeah, I could see that.
Next up, my boss's favorite song.
Get in the water.
Steve, remember how we said Steve would come back? Well, he came back and he wasn't happy.
Get in the water. Like,
I'm
yes,
not-
sir.
I'm
Will
not gonna
do.
lie. Me and Bella didn't watch it the premiere of the Vengeance Saga together, but we were texting each other during it,
Oh, we were. We definitely were.
and I had a brain glitch because I just sent Bella a strand of random letters,
Yep, I did.
and they did it right back to me.
I did. I was just like.
This song is to me is so much better than Ruthlessness
It is.
because it shows. Go ahead.
Is.
Because it shows so much of the God's almost childish nature. If
No,
that makes-
agreed. Completely agreed.
He's like, I have to do this or the world forget I can't be cold. Then what about all the tsunamis and everything? It's just one of those songs, in my opinion, that is just awesome. But yeah, Get in the Water is such a great damn song.
It is. It really, really is. It hits that turning point of they've finally met again.
There you are.
What's
Coward.
gonna come of it?
Naya seeing Cyrus again.
Hey, we don't talk about Nye. We don't talk about Nye. We don't do that right now. Completely derail everything. You don't want to do that.
I'm gonna say it's epic,
It is definitely epic.
and it's better than Keep Your Friends Close.
I feel like it's better than Done For, honestly.
Really?
I do. As much as I love Done For, I definitely feel like that one's better.
The song that Justin wishes he could be here for, his favorite.
Oh, 600 Strike.
So, before we even talk about the official song, there is a headcanon by even Aries' singer, which that everybody's like, that's why he has red eyes. And in this thing, you hear Aries go, is that really all you got? Fine, I'll give you some of my power in her stead. Show me why my sister believed in you. King of Ithaca.
Damn.
I'll send it to you, I think.
I believe you did.
And I believe that was your reaction too. Damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And it's such a good song. It's very Dragon Ball. And Bella's favorite line is at the end.
I didn't like it.
So
I didn't like it.
I didn't like the first half. I love the second half.
Yes. The second half is where it comes in clutch for me.
Which is what is saving it from a dancey tier for me.
People argue with me because they think that this is the best song.
Of the saga or the whole musical?
Yes.
Well,
The answer is yes.
Well, those people are wrong, but everybody's entitled to their opinion, even the wrong ones.
Yeah. It's
It's a good song. Don't get us wrong.
it's good. It's very good.
But it's not
Jorge
epic.
did amazing.
And I love Steve's you monster.
Oh yeah, where he does the callback. Yep.
Because the song is great. Don't get me wrong. Is it better than any of the ones in Epic? No. Sadly, no. The first half kind of holds it back. Because
It's a good song. I don't want anybody to think it's a bad song. It's a good song.
it ends on the coldest line, though.
It ends on the best of lines.
How will you sleep at night? Next to my
Next
wife.
to my wife. Like,
I would say it's middle of. I would say it's better than Ruthlessness, and that's about as high as I can put it.
it is better than Ruthlessness. It is much better than Ruthlessness.
But it is, in my opinion, it's not better than No Longer You.
No, I don't think so.
And next up, the song that Bella will sing in random calls at random intervals.
It gets stuck in my head, okay?
We see the return of Penelope.
We do. We get to see how things have been on her side of things again.
And Bella, why don't you give them a fun fact about Penelope?
She's actually a princess from Sparta.
She know how to fight, and she know how to hurt. She could kick me in the face, and I would say sorry.
She couldn't do anything about the suitors. A lot of people were like, well, why didn't they do anything about the suitors? Greece has strict hospitality rules, especially ancient Greece. That they're not allowed to harm their guests. Even though they were hurting Telemachus, which by default could have had them kicked out. There was no king. The king wasn't there. He wasn't presumed dead because Penelope was continuing to be like, no, he's there somewhere.
Where? I have no idea, but he's there.
Yeah, and only the king could be the one to kick him out.
Oh, did he?
Or kick them out. So that's why they were still there. Penelope was not watching by idly. She is so smart. That's why Odysseus fell for her, was her brain. Yes, she's beautiful, but he loved her mind.
So I know Bella wants to immediately go, epic, moving on. Am I wrong?
Yes, I would put it in the epic tier. I do think that there's other songs in the saga specifically that fit better, though.
Yeah, I would say it's mid epic because it's the debut of something that I love from a show about the Odyssey. And that is, how did she pick? Oh, if you can string my husband's bow and shoot through 12 axes cleanly, you'll be the new king. Which we both know was just her buying for time.
Not only that, but she specifies you would be the king and you would have me as your queen. Not once did she say, you'll have me as your wife. Because in her mind, there is no... she's already married. She's married to her husband. You can take the throne, but you will not be my husband.
No, there's only one man who can do that. And with that, I say it's better than My Goodbye.
It is.
Easily.
It is.
But is it better than God Games?
I would put them at the same, honestly. But I could see why God Games could be a step higher.
You know, Hera loves her some Penelope because she was just like, no, I'm waiting on my man. You can fuck off.
I'm waiting on my mans.
And next up is a song that I need some Prilosec and some Pepto-Bismol for.
Oh, Hold Them Down. What a fucking song.
Now, SA warning with this song. I'll give you a few minutes to do a skip. I'll probably throw something on the screen to let you know when we're done talking about this song. But this song is one of those songs where it is the perfect villain song.
Oh god, it is. It really is.
And as far as the suitors know, Telemachus is on a diplomatic mission.
I mean, he was, technically. He went to Sparta. Yeah,
He also met up with his aunt,
he did.
who is, why can I not remember her name?
It's hard to pronounce. Even I struggle.
And he was probably also getting training from his aunt and Athena, judging by his fighting style.
Yeah.
In a later song, we'll talk about that in a minute. But this song, I was like, okay, this is a good villain song, and then it got to the part where he talks about what he wants to do to Penelope, and I was at a Christmas event when I watched this,
I was not.
and my family saw the facial change, and my dad knew immediately. He goes, "Epic," and I said, "Yeah."
Um, it. So many people, again, were like hating on Jorge for this. If you read the source material, it was much worse. It was much worse.
Because I believe they were going to make her sire kids, correct?
Yes. Also, SA is way more prevalent in the source material. Fair warning for those who want to read it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I shouldn't, but I do. Not because of its content, because of when he goes into talking about what he wants to do, you can hear the viola in the background scream.
Yep.
And by screaming, it's you play the one wailful note as if she's the one screaming no. And it hits somewhere very deep. And I think that was so wonderfully done.
I'm going to say Dancy. Hi, Dancy. And that's just me. Where do you think?
Yeah, I could do it. I could see it there. I could see it as a low legendary as well, just because of the intensity of it.
Yeah.
But
Do we? I think it's right there beside Open Arms.
it's like the bridge between Open Arms and Puppeteer.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I could see why you could want to put it in Dancy because of the content inside of it.
Yeah, because it just makes me want to go back in time, find Continuous, beat his ass, move on. Oh, what are you gonna do, little man? Oh, here's a gun from the future, bitch. Bang.
Here's a gun from the future.
Yeah, fuck the butterfly effect.
Well, don't say that.
Next up, the final boss.
Odysseus.
So, if you can't tell from my awesome friend Bella's singing there, this is
was chanting. That wasn't singing, that was chanting.
This song is the antithesis. I had to focus when I said that word. Of Odysseus' journey. From the chanting, like with Polyphemus. The ruthlessness from Poseidon.
You're quoting the TikTok.
But it's not wrong, though.
It's not.
And the obvious one, if you watch the animatics and listen to the song, keep your head down. He's aiming for the torches. Where have we seen that before?
I wonder.
I don't remember what he got from Circe.
Wanting to protect his people, his wife and his son.
Nothing from, well, Zeus and Poseidon can be the same thing, because Zeus didn't hold back when he killed his men.
No, he didn't.
But Odysseus is a song with such a perfect final fight song.
It is. Really is.
For my comic book nerds, it's Avengers Endgame. It is him putting what he learned across this journey to use. And just going, you know what? You all die. That's your grand prize. And
you wanted to hurt my loved ones. Die.
And then during this song, they find the weapon room, but all of a sudden we hear a quick thought.
Which I love.
and it's Telemachus coming into the battle.
I
Miko,
love how.
go ahead.
No, you go. You go.
And it is just he's the new warrior of the mind. It's no longer Odysseus, it's him.
Oh yeah. I love. Oh, I was gonna say something and I lost it. That's okay. It'll come back eventually.
Yeah. The other, while you try to remember, the other part I enjoy, Bella, is the let's have open arms instead. No.
No.
Like
Oh,
even,
I remember.
alrighty.
Throughout the song, they regard Odysseus in different manners. They say the man, the archer, and then it goes the old king when they're talking to him. Old king. And then when they talk to Telemachus, when he's like, I'll make sure that you're spared, they're like, no, we've seen what the king does. they went from no respect to the utmost respect.
Because they FA'd FO'd.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
And the part that always makes me go, yeah! Oh my god, I peeked the recording. Whoops. Is when the guy goes, got him. Stab. And he's going, mercy. Mercy. Drops that dude and starts mowing people down with his bow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the lyrics. If you want to hear them, go listen to the actual thing. Go support Jorge. Go support the Jalapeno Man.
He deserves it.
Absolutely. We're just fans that love his work. So, Odysseus, I can't help it. It needs to go to top of Epic for me.
Really?
Yeah. I like it better than Warrior of the Mind, in my
It
opinion.
is definitely better than Warrior of the Mind. I will agree with you on that one.
Athena has finally been dethroned.
Bye, Athena.
By Athena's creation.
Yeah. She's the one who did it.
And then next, the song that makes my dad cry. I can't help but wonder.
Can't help but wonder.
Oh, it's such a father's child song, and it's so because chaotic. Because I don't know if I can say his actual name. Your husband. I guarantee when he hears the song, he just hugs them two kiddos.
Yeah. It definitely tugs at the heartstrings, that's for sure.
Especially, I'm not a parent, but Bella is. So I imagine this is a parental heartstring that it's hitting.
I mean, it hits my heartstrings too, not in a parental way though. Which is hard. It hits me in the child aspect of it. Which again, you wouldn't really expect.
Where do we put it? I don't know.
I think it should go to the top of Legendary.
I was thinking right above Legendary in the Epic tier.
Nah. We could put it behind Legendary. I'll agree that it'll go in the Epic tier.
Yeah. And then
that is the wrong one.
I grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, Justin may have had a point about me using the same picture for
nah.
Next up is one of Bella's favorites.
Again. Oh, my heart. This song.
On every island.
This song is literally me and my husband. This song is literally me and my husband.
It is such a song to hit you in the heart and not feel bad for it.
It is the song of a soldier, literally a soldier coming home to his wife, fearing that she will not love him anymore. and asking her if she could find it within her to love the person he is. And she's saying, you're not a different person at all. You did what you had to survive.
And that is very home hitting for you.
It is. It is. My husband and I are sitting there listening to it, and he's pointing to me and he's like, yeah, what he said. Yeah. And then Penelope would sing. And I'm like, yeah, what she said. Yeah.
And fun fact, because me and Bella are obsessed with this musical, the amount of waitings in this song is exactly 9. Bella, you want to tell them why that's a big thing?
Because there's not. Well, no, it was 8. Is it 9?
Yeah, it's 9 sagas. It's 9.
It's one for every saga. It's one for every saga that he wasn't home. There's a waiting.
So yeah, 8.
And the span of the waitings. So from the very first waiting to the very last of her saying waiting is 20 seconds long to correlate the 20 years that he had been gone.
Mm-hmm. Is it bad? I want to put it higher than Odysseus.
No, I was gonna ask if you would. It's so good. It's so good.
And then the biggest thing is with the official watch party.
Yeah.
He used Gigi for the final.
Gigi was his main animator from day one, though.
Them and Anna.
Yeah.
And the thing is with this song, it is the finale.
It is.
And it ends on the 3 words. I love you.
My heart.
Which you cannot convince me that was not also Jorge saying, I love you guys for supporting me.
Oh, probably.
And then you got, in the actual watch party, you got Luke Holt over there bawling his eyes out.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I was like, yeah, big man. Everybody was crying.
Big man, let the tears out.
Even Aries' singer was letting them out. Oh, that's what I think I forgot to mention something. Hold on.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I don't think I did. I don't think. If I do, I'll make another video talking about it. But okay. Bella, now for the funny. So Jorge put this out on April 1st last year. And it, and it's a meme. And it goes an epic. I don't care where it goes. It is epic because anybody will get it immediately. You pick where.
Put it at the end. Put it at the end of Epic.
And with that being said, comments, friends of the power plant, we did it. All 40 songs from the official thing and one meme ranked.
My goodness.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Jorge, I don't know if you'll ever watch my content, but thank you for such an amazing musical and being a true and humble guy and giving me, my friend, something to gosh over.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Bella, tell them where they can find you.
Oh gosh, find me. You can find me over on Twitch. I am not a consistent streamer, but I am a streamer. At Belladiona. You can find me here on YouTube, same name, Belladiona. I upload my streams. I upload my clips. I'm gonna start uploading some speed paints for my art. I might do some covers, who knows. Yeah. I would say you can find me on TikTok, but that's going away.
Yeah, Red Note's gonna take its place.
Maybe, we'll see.
That being said, love you guys. That work whistle is blown. Time to hit the house. Love you guys.